What's going down, everybody? So today I am bringing you guys a figure from a video game that I loved, part 1 and 2, and that is Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West. Now, she's also from Zero Dawn, with Zero Dawn is the first one, but Forbidden West is the second one. And if I'm not mistaken, that is what this figure is from. The detail on this figure is insane, and the points of articulation is so dope for it not to be like an SH Figure Arts or one of those. So let's get into the figure. So let me show you guys what the box looks like. It is a beautiful box that they have here. It has the PlayStation logo at the top and Horizon Forbidden West, 42 points of articulation. This is the side of the box, which shows you all of the things that it comes with. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 face plates, which is insane. 6 face plates. We have the weapons in the hands on the sides. It's so dope. The back of the box, we have a little story about Aloy, who she is, and we have this beautiful portrait of her, which looks like it came out of the game. On the other side of the box, we have a scene from out of the game. I think that's how the cover looks. Now, this part of the box is a sleeve. So we take that off, and you have the beautiful portrait here. We have the side, which is kind of the same. Then we have a really nice portrait in the back of some of the other creatures and things that are in the game, the other robotic animals and things. And then on this side, you have one of the flying animals. Now, the box opens like this. So when it's open, you have the accessories and everything on one side, and you have Aloy by herself on this side. This part actually comes out, and you open this to take out the accessories. So yes, that is a beautiful box that they made for it, and I think it is so dope. So now what we have here is the accessories. So as for the accessories, we have the one face here, which is like a screaming, like a kind of yelling face. We have some of the face paint from one of the tribes. We have another face paint photo. We have another face paint portrait, sorry. We have a side eye, and then we have this one, which has some markings, and it's kind of a stunned look. She comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 7, 8, the 2 that she has on here. So we have 2 fists, we have open hand, we have one that can hold one of the weapons. We have another one that holds a weapon, and then we have this hand here, which is like a pointing hand. Now she comes with this beautiful bow, which the bow, this has the string on it here. Then also has an arrow here. Now the figure, you don't see the staff because I have her, whoops, well, that fell off, and I guess you can see it now. So this is the staff that it comes with, which is like a primitive modern staff, because you know Horizon takes place like way in the future, but they look like they're like in the future but kind of in the past, with primitive weapons with current technology. So this is the staff that it comes with, which is really nice. I really like the way this looks. The detail on this is insane. This and the bow is insane also. Like, you see all of the technology, the technical stuff on it, mixed with the feathers and things like that, which looks like some old time stuff. So yeah, it is pretty crazy. Definitely a crazy figure, and definitely crazy things that they put with it. I love it. So dope. Now, as for the figure herself, let's go over what she really looks like. So as you can see here, she looks insane. She looks exactly, oh, I almost forgot that this is the quiver that it comes with too. That's another accessory. Now, Aloy looks like Aloy from the game. They really did this well with the way they made her look. The hair and everything like that just looks so much like the actual video game. I couldn't believe it myself when I seen it. I was like, this looks pretty dope, dude. The way they did it, and it's made by Spin Masters, which usually their toys are kind of like a little more kiddie. They usually have a little more kiddie toys when you see them in Target and things like that. You know, those big ass Batman plastic toys and stuff. But I guess Sony was like, look, we're going to give you guys this to do, and we need it to look dope. We need you to go ham with how you're going to make this look and how this figure is going to look, because the detail has to be there, especially for this type of figure, because she has so much stuff that's usually on her that they had to do it well. So they definitely went in with this. And on that note, let's do the articulation. So for articulation, let's start with the head, because as it said, it has 42 points of articulation, and that's also because the hair moves. So the head, we got the head can turn this way. Of course, it can turn that way. Now, as for the hair, so you have 1 point here that's on the ball joint. You have another on the ball joint, another on the ball joint here. These are on ball joints. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there that are on ball joints to get her into any type of, let's say you want the hair swaying this way and she's doing one of these, and it's just they did it very well with the way they did the hair. So that's pretty dope. As for the arm, we can go up all the way, of course. We can go all the way around. We can get into that T-pose. It's a little tight, but it can go all the way up. Don't want to bend that too much. But yeah, we can go all the way up with both arms in the T-pose. The elbow is not double jointed. You have a one joint, but you have a bicep swivel. So it does have a bicep swivel here. That's on both, of course. As for her abs, so the top part of the body turns. This top part, she can do the whole hula hoop jump off like that. Very, very smooth. So that part turns. She can crunch that far, but then she also has this joint. So you have the top and here. So she can crunch over about that much. Shows a little bit of, not really too much gappage, but a little there. She can go back about that much. So because of this top piece and this bottom piece, she got the extra rolly bounce that she can do there. So we got her on the side here. We got her on this side here. We got back and we got forward. So that, I love that articulation. It just looks crazy. And I love this face sculpt. That face sculpt just looks dope. Let me show you how the faces come off. So the face comes off like that. Yes, it is very horrific. You have that little smiley face thing on the inside, and then you just change it like that, throw it on. Boom. Now, as for her legs, you would think that this stuff would hinder it, but it's kind of soft rubber. She doesn't have drop down hips, but she can get, let's see here, her splits can go about that far. So she can do the splits about this far. She can go up about that far. Yep. So that's up. She can go back about that far. Yep, she's going back about that far. The knees are double jointed, so she can kind of kick her own ass. They do have pins on the knees. It's pinless on the elbows, but there are some pins on the knees. But they're pretty good in there. They look pretty good. As for she doesn't have a shin twist, but she has like a weird shin twist thing here. So this kind of goes forward and then goes back like that. So it's kind of like a little thing inside there that makes it twist. And she has toe articulation. Yep. I don't know what it is. I love toe articulation on figures. I just do. I mean, McFarlane does it on all of his, and SH Figure Arts and most imports. But yeah, she got toe articulation on there. It's pretty dope. She does have a swivel at the thigh up here, so there's a swivel there that you can see that there's a cut, but this of course blocks it. Now, as for the stuff that's hanging off of her, we have this little thing here, which moves, and this moves. So like you can get her in the ridiculous poses. Like let's say you want to have her, let's see if we can get this into something here. If you want her crouching down like that, like she's, oh yeah, this actually comes off because it's one of the accessories. If you have her crouching down like this, and you can get that going like that. Pull this toe back. Yep, have her looking up like this, have the hair down. You can put the bow staff in the hand and stuff like that. Whoops. Yeah. So you can have her crouch down, you can have her in all types of different like things that you can do, because like I said, there's a lot of points of articulation, and she bends pretty well. She does do that pretty well. So I really like this figure. I didn't think they were gonna make it. Oh yeah, she does have ankle rocker too. Sometimes I'd be forgetting, but she has ankle rocker. I really didn't think they were gonna make this well. So I was hesitant, and I guess a lot of people were hesitant. That's why it went on sale on Amazon. I think it still is on sale. Sometimes it's a little hard to stand her up because she has very small feet, and there are no pegs on the bottom. There's no hole pegs on the bottom. But once you mess with it a little bit, you'll get it. Looks like I gotta mess with it a lot to get it, but there we go. Yeah. So she just looks cool and always ready for battle. Yep, boom. Now on the back, like this attaches here, and also under her hair, there's another little section there where you can attach the bow. So you can attach the bow and you can attach the staff also. But you would take this, the little hole that's right there, and you would just put that in here like this. Boom. So now you have the bow attached to her back, and looks a little crazy. I like the bow to be this way, and there is a hole there, but I don't know, for some reason I couldn't get it through that hole, but I could put it through the other side. And also the same with the staff. The staff has that little hole also, and you just have to boom. And then she has the staff on her back, and then she has the quiver here where you could take the bow, put it in the hand, put that in her hand like that, and have her running, stuff like that. It's a countless amount of things that you could do with this figure, and it's just dope. There's nothing else. I mean, there's nothing else I can really say. It's just a dope figure. There's so many things that you can do if you can get her to stand up properly because of the little ass feet. All right, let's see. Yep, and yeah, well, I could get her to stand up, but let me just put it like this because it takes a little while sometimes. But she looks insane, and that's pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's what I can say. So let's get into size comparisons. All right, so now let's get into size comparisons. First, let's check and see what size she is. So to the top of her head, she stands about, what is that? That looks like about 5 3/4. I think so, because in the game, I think she's supposed to be 5'6". It's either 5'3" or 5'6". I think it's 5'6" though. So let's start the size comparison. First off, let's put her next to a supersonic. So that is Supersonic, and I think Supersonic, I think it's from Jack Specific. I can't even remember. I know it's not Jada, but I think it's Jack Specific. That's her next to Supersonic. Let's get her next to Cammy from Jada Toys. So her and Cammy are about the same size, just about. Yeah, they're about the same size, but for some reason, Cammy's head looks bigger. Cammy's proportions look a little, shall we say, thicker? A little bit. She looks a little bigger. I think Cammy's supposed to be taller anyway. Not too sure. Let's get her next to a Black Series Darth Vader. So Darth Vader is kind of towering over her. And the Black Series figures, especially this Darth Vader, he's Darth Vader. So he's damn near, he's like 6.25. So he would be like damn near a foot over her. So that's how that would look next to there. Let's get her next to a, let's see, who else? Let's try with an SH Figure Art. So the SH Figure Art figures run kind of small because they're imports. So there she goes next to Minato, which at her height, she kind of looks like an import figure. So she that goes pretty good. That scales well. Definitely. Let's get her next to oh, of course, my boy. Let's get her next to Yujiro Hanma. So Yujiro's so big that he's hardly not even fitting on there. That is a collectibles are pretty big, but I am rating for that Storm Arena because we know Storm Arena is gonna have the figures a little downsized so that they fit more with the scale of 6-inch figures. Because their regular Storm figures, as you can tell, are enormous. So there's that. Let's get her next to White Ghost, not Orochimaru, which he towers over her too. He's 1/12 scale, but he looks big too. He looks very menacing next to her. She's not the biggest figure. She is kind of on the small side, but it works. For me, I love the actual size. If they had made her bigger, I don't know if the detail would have looked as cool. So last but not least, let's get her next to a McFarlane figure, which, as you can see, McFarlane figures are 1/12 scale. Whoops. Oh, knocked everything over. So McFarlane figures are 1/12 scale, but this is a 7-inch figure, and I don't even have him standing up straight, but he's towering over her. Definitely way bigger than she is. He is definitely towering over her. But I mean, it's not made for that figure. So put that back. And let me try and stand this dude up in the back here, which I could do off video, but I hate when my figures fall down and I don't correct it immediately. So yeah, that's her. That's the size comparison on her. And that's about it for the size comparison. I'll fix Cammy later. Freak it. I'll fix it later. Yeah, she's a very dainty small figure, but she looks dope. And now let's go into last thoughts. So as for final thoughts, I am truly satisfied and truly happy with this figure, the way it came out, and they pretty much killed it. I don't know anything they could have done better. I guess most people would say, okay, why didn't they make those arms double jointed? But, I mean, it works. The double joint, it would have been cool if it had the double joint. That would have made it have, let's see, that would have been over the 42, that would have been 44 points of articulation. But I feel that it's good enough with what they did, and they did a bang up job with it. Very cool. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your comments and everything, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.